that. Plenty don't even know where to waste that. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this race.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Denver Broncos. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Keenum. And it's complete. The tight end, Deion Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jordan Jenkins in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, Keenum. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
From the end zone, here's Darnold. And he's not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwan. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Keenum throwing on second, and that's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Keenum. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. New York set to take the field. And a safety the last go-around. That's how we arrived at this 2-0 score. We'll see if they can respond.
Such an oddity, isn't it? See those 2 points go up on the board knowing
looks like
that
soccer.
Exactly. And knowing that you did it to give those points up for your team. Now they're just looking to get back out on the field and make up for it.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here we go. Detroit!
On second down, Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And coming out now, the Broncos. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they got
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Flush to his right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
He'll get it up the middle. Isaiah Crowell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt. He did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 5. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Keenum to throw on second down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Keenum on third down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's got a man complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw on second down is Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again.
And there's another sack for Bradley Chubb, and that's exactly why they drafted him. But don't discount his ability to play the run. This is a big, strong young man who understands offensive schemes, how they try to block, and he'll stand stout against the running game as well as continuing to get after the passer.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Off of play action, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
But we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Here's Mostert. Oh, able to avoid him. And he stopped immediately there. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's Keenum now on second down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
Roger, roger, roger. Let's go. Hey, all right. Down.
A shotgun snap for Keenan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different in that position.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On 1st down, it's Darnold. Buying time to his left. Finding room to the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Darnold from the red zone now. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he's wrecking things for them.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Marquette King now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out come the Jets. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5.
56. Lucky 56. Gun.
Back to throw, Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 35. All the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now Mostert, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Go.
Now Keenum. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was Buster screen to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw on second down is Keenum. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now it's Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun. Detroit.
Darnold on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd down and 10, Darnold eluding the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Darnold. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Following the field goal on his Locke Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout.
Hey, go, Roger. Hey, let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Isaiah Crowell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Roger.
Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. And got his man complete. A gain of 39 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play on the football.
On first down, it's Keenum. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now Keenum. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Again, they'll throw with Keenum. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Detroit! 56! Gun!
On first and 10, Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got a man. Complete. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
On first down, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Here's Keenum. Drops it underneath for Booker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Keenum throwing on second. This is Booker on the dump off. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Keenum now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. The final shot before the break. Keenum throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Got his man, Isaiah Crowell. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Darnold, a little dump off for Crowell. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Darnold, over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go #1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to #3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great...
Man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jordan Leggett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And some room to work. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 104 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Denver has the 1st down. The play going for 15 yards.
Down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trumaine Johnson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Domata Peko, the one to get him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, Darnold. Dancing to his left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
This is Mostert. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Keenum to throw on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Working from the gun, Keenum. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
New York set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now he'll throw deep, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Mostert. Oh, good move. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford there for the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Keenum, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Broncos on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Keenum. And he comes back with one complete. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, Keenum. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss, and 28 toss was their bread and butter.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Leopard! Gun! Everyone's got 4 down. Detroit!
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Keenum. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, Keenum. Oh, a nice spin. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Keenum, got to have this one. Throwing right side, that's complete to Demarius Thomas. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Detroit! Gun!
On 1st down, it's Darnold. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And he's going to go down again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Gun!
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. 48 yards. Darnold from the red zone now. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Now he's under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Von Miller in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Crowell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Following the field goal on is Locke Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field.
There you go, Roger.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Keenum will try again on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and now it's 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's Keenum. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a 1st down throw. Keenum. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
2nd and 10. Keenum here again. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a 1st as that leads to 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Now let's go. Detroit.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. A first down carry now for Crowell. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Darnold from the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Quincy Enunwa, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
No, Roger.
Keenum on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing again is Keenum. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Let's go. 53. Roger.
On first down, it's Keenum. This is Booker on the dump off. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Down. There goes the high. Like 20. Roger.
To the air again, Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.